You will look at yourself one day and you won't know who you are because you don't remember who you were. You know, sometime along the way, or maybe at 13 or 14, we let go of the little person that kept us going, and we push him aside and we don't listen to him anymore. And he's always knocking. Hey, hey. And after so long of a time, maybe 10, 15 years, you don't even know him. You show up at your own door and you don't even know who you are. Your family doesn't know who you are. So it's important, no matter what you do, no matter what challenges you go through, you remember who you are.
What up, YouTube? Coming at you with another video. The last video I was talking about cleaning, getting stuff out of the house, going to Goodwill, you know, getting clothes, going through my clothes, my wife's going through the clothes, Mama Swift, Toya. The boys are just started their track season or track practice. They ain't started their season yet. Everything's new, so you create the new. So going through my books and looking through my books, I figured I should make a couple videos on some of the books I read. And one of the books I read is right here. It is right. Want to get your fingers out the way? It is right there. It is from, oh, I said from, wow. Freedom from the Known. Freedom from the Known. I like that topic when I started going through the books that he has written. The reason I'm saying he, because I have a hard time pronouncing his name. So you saw the book, and if you can pronounce his name, say it right now. Boom. All right. You understand who I'm talking about. If not, Google him, YouTube him. I mean, he has some great things to share. But Freedom from the Known, that was huge for me, because at the time that I grabbed the book, it was here, and I know we were here in Arizona. I was trying to understand what that was, freedom from the known. So I have a sentence in this chapter. It's not chapter. Wow. It is page 36 of the book. And it's a sentence in the second to last paragraph, I believe, if I remember correctly. And it says this. It says, a mind which is not crippled by memory has real freedom. A mind that is not crippled by memory has real freedom. And here's what I took from it. And I'm going to unpack this very quickly. Now, this is one thing that is crippled in my life from my memory. My mind reminds me of it. And I'm like, oh, no, I am definitely not doing that. When I was younger, about, I think it was late 80s, maybe early 90s. I don't really remember. It was a long time ago. I was watching a documentary or something on the Discovery Channel, I'm assuming. I don't really remember. And a guy was parachuting, and his parachute didn't open, and he landed on the ground. I remember the exact thing either he said or the person who was speaking, I guess, on the documentary. It said he hit the ground and bounced twice. That was enough to stick in my memory about skydiving. I didn't think about anything I remember in that moment, but how do you bounce twice and live from it? So I took that as memory, and that's probably the first thing. If you ever ask me, do you want to go skydiving? I go, no. It stems from that memory. Now, am I crippled by it? I wouldn't say I'm crippled by not wanting to go skydiving because of that memory. But it could be. And I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to explore that, because I don't really, I mean, if somebody wants to go skydiving and you pay for it, I'm there. So yeah, let's do it. No, I think I just made that up because I just went back to that memory. And that's what I mean. I keep saying I want to do something, especially when it comes to skydiving. Then I think about it. I'm like, why don't I want to do it? Why do I want to jump out of a perfectly good airplane? I hear people tell stories about skydiving. It always sounds cool, but I always have that hesitation. And is it that memory that's holding me back? I don't really know. I'm not trying at this moment. I'm not trying to gain anything from skydiving. I am trying to gain some in this season when it comes to manifestation. And those are the things I'm trying to see what's crippled or slowed down the process of my manifestation. And that is totally on me. I'm not pointing my fingers at anybody, because me not going skydiving really it's been on me, because I've been asked many a times over I won't say the past 15 years, I have never been, at least once a year, someone mentions skydiving to me and I go, nope. Or they mention, bungee jumping. That's just not happening. I don't really understand that. In the manifestation process of, allowing or opening your mind's eye to things that you want to manifest around you, and things that I want to manifest around me. I'm taking that deep dive into what's crippling the process, or what if I am crippled by it. In my last video, I was talking about how I was driving to Tucson and I continued to say a mantra to myself because I wasn't having fun that morning. It's all working out for me. And I did. I ended that day in a great space. But it was, I said that everything is working out for me many, many times. So what is crippling me? And I guess the question that I have for you is, what is crippling you? What in your memory is slowing your manifestation down? Because we all want to manifest. We all, we could say the easy thing or what we hear a lot. I don't want to say it's easy, but, I want more money. But we don't go to things and try to create or go to a new job or whatever our situation is. We don't do those things, but we want more. But do we actually want it? And is that crippling you saying, and I've done this before, I want something, but I'm actually not going after it. I'm actually not stepping out of my comfort zone. I'm just crippled by the fact of saying, this is what I want. That's huge. This has been huge for me, going through these books, seeing, what I've written down. And I have a ton of things that I've written down on my phone. Honestly, I'm kind of shocked. But what the thing that has crippled me, that I'm actually kind of grasping it right now, is the fact that I think of myself in a certain way and other people see me differently. And I mean, people see me better than I see myself. I can't say at the moment that has crippled me, or I could say maybe it's to slow down my process, but then I have to, say my process is my process. I don't feel like this process is slow. I really don't feel like it is fast. I feel like I'm gaining everything I need to know in this season. So what's crippling me moving forward? Or, let me read the quote again. A mind which is not crippled by memory has real freedom. I'm just looking and anticipating and hoping and trusting and loving for the freedom of my true self. And this is a simple thing that I'm gonna stop saying simple. That's one thing I noticed. I say simple, and let me explain why I say simple. I say simple, or this is easy, because I'm tricking my mind into saying, okay, that's simple. Just go about it. Then I realize it may be a little harder than I anticipated. And I say, nope, it's simple. And I just keep going after it. So that's why I say these words of simple, or it doesn't take much time, because sometimes things take a year and to develop. And for me, a year isn't a long time anymore, because I have put that in my brain. If it takes me all year, I'm happy with that. So there's certain things that I've unpacked that has not crippled or has not slowed me down. But I'm at this point now where I want to, just go through the process or go through the memories and see what is slowing me down. And the biggest thing I found that's slowing me down is me. I am my own architect. I have created this reality, and that excitement in itself honestly helps me throw away my canes, or throw away my crutches, or throw away my situation that's slowing me down. And I love to run, or jog, I should say. Running is always great, but, well, sprinting, that's what I mean by running, but I love to run. It's been hard for me to run, and I have many reasons why. I felt defeated. I felt like this is what I really, it was my comfort zone. It was a way I could just listen to my breath. I could, feel my heart beating. I could do all those things. And I loved it. Like, I loved every minute of the time I would spend just running 10 miles. It was a good time for me, but my body was not behaving for me. And I felt like I was being crippled, or I became less of a human being because I couldn't run. So I had to develop other things. And now I'm going back down the road of healing my body, and then so I can be able to jog again. So I feel a tremendous amount of freedom, because I wake up in the mornings now and I'm not in as much pain. And I was crippled every morning, not only by the fact that, I was in pain, I was looking for the pain. Like when I started to get better and I started to feel better, my mind would immediately go to it. I would wake up and I have my stretches that I do every morning. I go out in the front, or maybe depending on the weather, I'll go outside and just enjoy the morning air and do some stretches, and truthfully just see, okay, everything's functioning correctly, or at least get it to where it's functioning. And I remember waking up not too long ago, little less than a year ago, and I was looking for the pain. And I wasn't looking for it like it was, I wanted it to be there. I anticipated it. I knew I was in the routine and the memory of being in pain. And as soon as I realized I wasn't in pain anymore, it gave me a freedom. And I was doing all the work, and I've been working on my body and stretching and doing yoga, a lot of stretching. Stretching is honestly, I believe we don't, as a human race, we need to do more of. It's more than just our bodies, but it's been helping my mind. So I'm basically what I'm saying is I've unpacked many things to help my mind explore this new season that I'm manifesting. And I encourage everyone who's listening to this to do the same. It's an everyday process, and it's an everyday process that is necessary. Again, we are all amazing human beings. There's so many things that I can think about just in this moment that I definitely can't unpack and won't unpack right now. But there's so many people on this planet that do so many amazing things. I believe Toya just showed me a video on one of the platforms. I don't remember. And it was I think it was a family, and they're dancing. They dance together as a family. And Toya always says, if you know Toya, she's like, I can do that, or I want to do that. I was like, baby, you don't even do anything. You don't do that type of dancing. You're not even getting up doing that. Of course, she laughs, I laugh. And I know what she's saying. She's like, it's just so cool, to watch their gift and watch their dedication to their craft. And those things is, playing the piano. I love doing, I don't play the piano, but I watch a lot of videos of many young people playing the piano, and it's just a fascinating covering a song. All those things. We're beautiful. We're amazing people on this planet, and I encourage everybody to explore their memories. I'm not sitting here saying, think about the hardest thing you've been through, or think about a time in your life. No, I'm just saying, be open to it. Be open to knowing the fact, or receiving the fact, that if I can explore some things in my memory that's been crippling me, I gain a freedom. And I tremendously agree with that. And I tremendously I believe I'm living a life to kind of show that. So again, thank you, YouTube. I was trying to make this video a little bit shorter. I'm looking down. It's not as short as I wanted it to be, but it's still all good. Peace. Hey folks, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Oh yeah, hit that bell, so you can know more about Swift Sundays.